Hey guys, what is going on? So, this video isn't going to be the most glamorous, nice setup in my living room. I'm just going to do it from bed. I might sit up though. Let me sit up, see if I can do this. Right. So, I just put out a video on my main channel, 28 days fasting experience results so far, and if you haven't checked that, please go and check that. I don't know how much. In the beginning, there was for sure a lot of overlap from this channel and that channel, but maybe there's people that are subscribed to this channel that don't know my main channel, and that's a chance for me to reach a wider audience. And I was pretty happy with the context of the video. So if you want to go check that out, that would be cool, and then you can come back and watch this video. Today is day 30 of water only fast. I guess in 30 minutes we'll mark exactly 30 days, and that is the age of which I am. So according to the Essene Gospel of Peace, that is the time that I should fast to heal my body. Now of course we live in different times from when that was written, when Jesus was around, and we live in a lot more toxic times. So the question is then, of course, is 30 enough days to match? That might have worked when they were just eating organic vegetables and organic meats and smoking organic cigarettes, but all the chemicals and papers and chemtrails and pollution from cars and everything, we live in much more toxic times. Our organs are going to be way more bunged up than that. So I guess the question and title of this video is, how long am I going to go for? First off, I owe an apology for breaking a promise. I broke a promise that I would end on 28 days, but that promise was an external promise. It wasn't about myself, and this fast is about myself. I started this fast for myself. I'm going to end this fast for myself. And if I'm truly listening to myself and my soul and my heart, and I'm listening day to day, and I'm in a peaceful place where my mind's quiet, and I ask it, when do we start? It's saying, I'm fine, I'm healing, Tim. Keep going. You're in a good place. Your body's fine. The biggest issue has for sure been my family, and I don't want to expose too much of that on here. But understandably they're worried. But as I say, this is for me. I'm a 30-year-old man, and at some point we have to have a separation where I make my own choices. And this, as with all healing, and I didn't mention it in the 3 stages of healing, the actual healing process, when you're doing it's all a healing, this is, when does it stop? It doesn't, but for now anyway. But during the healing process, it brings about so much external stuff that will seem unlinked to the healing that you actually focused on, but it's all interlinked. There's so many layers to this tied in multi-dimensional universe, wrinkles in this healing game, that so it brings about all the family stuff that maybe needed to be addressed when we're just coasting at some stage when it's like something needs to shift, something needs to change, something needs to snap for us to move forward and grow individually. There needed to be a breaking apart. So I've had to separate myself from that and just be like, I chose to start this for me, I end this for me, I listen to me. I don't listen to fear and worries. And I feel more in tune than ever, so I can trust myself more than ever. And so I'll read an excerpt from, just a sentence from Life and Science of Fasting. I've got the book there, but I sent a paragraph to my sister. My sister has trusted me through this, and I really appreciate that. It is always inadvisable to break a fast before natural hunger appears, and as a rule, there is no reason why you should. So this is from the book Life and Science of Fasting by Herbert Shelton, who fasted 40,000 people. And he would fast people. A lot of the modern clinics do 21 to 40 days. I think 40 days is about the maximum they do in supervised environments. I've met people that have done 40 days unsupervised, quite a few people on YouTube, 4 people at least. And that's just like guys, and I've seen loads of girls actually that are doing that as well, like people that have been, a girl that's been commenting on this and stuff. Unsupervised. Lauren Lockman does 40. Someone actually I met at a UK Fruit Festival last year did 51 days with Lauren Lockman. So it seems perfectly natural and fine. Herbert was fasting people. It seemed like the average he'd mentioned in the book was like 30, 35. And so it seems that at some stage between 30 and 40 days, natural hunger may return. Now, of course, again, this was more organic times when there was less toxemia. So it could be longer for people living in our times. Though I did come from a more raw vegan diet, but then I was eating a lot of processed breads towards the middle of this year. I felt like I couldn't get on with my life until I fasted. Once I discovered fasting and knew the raw food wasn't enough to heal me, I sort of coasted through the last year, eating whatever I felt like, and it's been a bit of limbo until the time when I got to here. And so I got here, I got this far. Why stop now? Why get this far and know that there's still healing going on? Feel every day new depths in my lower limbs going, and my skin and my feet clearing. And then having the odd comment from people that are like, someone said your feet should be your sign, and someone else said you're doing it for you, like who, you choose. And I really appreciate it because that spoke to my soul, and I was like, you know what, that's right. Thank you for believing in me and having faith and showing the support that you guys have shown me. It's been so beautiful, and so many of you are now contemplating. And it's such a torn thing because it's like people are saying you can't recommend it. People have eating disorders. What if people die and do this? And it's like, okay, I'm not recommending it, but if you're called to do it, I'm not telling you to not do it. Look into supervision. Watch Lauren. No one just ends up 30 days deep into a water fast. No one just randomly will end up there without deep contemplation. No, it's not for the weak. It's not for the spiritually weak. So I can put this out there, and whatever people take from it, they take whatever they're inspired to do. That's on them. That's on you guys. So how long will I go? My decision now is hunger or 40. 40 seems like that number. That's like that historical number. It's not like, I know I shouldn't do it for the goal of reaching, other people's numbers, but it does seem like that's the number. That's what Dan did, Dan the man. That's what Steve Pavlina did. Sean has done that a few times. Sean Walsh. Jesus. That's what Pythagoras had to do when he visited Egypt to get into They said we can't teach you. There's knowledge that you can't just learn through your mind. And as you free the body, as I mentioned in the 28 days video, we're so trapped in our mind trying to think our way through this life and solve problems and health with our mind and not a feeling. And because our body's so clocked up and toxic, we can't get to the body, to the feeling, to our intuition, which comes from the gut. Our gut's so blocked up. Your gut feeling is distorted and we can't discern truth anymore. So when you fast, that frees up and you're able to discern and feel your way through more and be more sensitive. And so that is why I've chosen 40. It seems like the historical number. I've come this close. I'm 3/4 of the way. Why do 3/4 of a marathon? The end is always, if there's anything I've learned from physical sports, and the end is always harder. And so I am feeling a little more fragile and like I can't get up and walk about as much now, but I'm content to stay in bed. I absolutely am so grateful for the people around me like Benj and Ellis and Bob and my sister and Brett, who have come in and supporting me and helping me to do this and allowing me off my duties. Vegan nights is on Thursday, which I've had to pull out of, but I'm that close now. Why stop? The World Cup's on. The World Cup final is on Sunday, the day 41 when I'd break my fast. England are still in it. I'll break when England get knocked out. 30 days, eh? I made a joke on Instagram that it's like Ramadan minus about 60 meals, which is very, ill-human of me. It's quite a mean joke to say that because Ramadan is a beautiful spiritual practice, and I absolutely admire people that do Ramadan. I think if everyone would do something like Ramadan, they'd have a much better understanding to themselves and to spirituality. We're going through it. we'll see if hunger returns. I'll get on Sainsbury's and order a melon, or I'll get my sister to bring one round, I think. But for now, I'm going to keep on keeping on. 40 days, as I say, would be the Sunday, the World Cup final day. It gives me enough time to refeed before the UK Fruit Festival. Side note, no, transition. So I'm going to be at the UK Fruit Festival, which will be very exciting to be at in, I think it's July 25th it starts, end of this month. I know I talked about the camping and stuff like that, but as I've got deeper into this fast, those ideas have all sort of drifted for me now. I just need to focus on refeeding and fruit and be intelligent with that afterwards. I won't overdo it. But before I get back into, camping and hiking, I've got some journey to do. But I'm going to be at UK Fruit Festival. If you're in the UK and you're thinking of doing something like that, we do Rawgust every year, Raw for August. That's a week before Rawgust. It'll help you get into it. If you go to fruitfest.co.uk, I'll put a link down below, and you use the code ETHICS, ETHCS. Ronnie sorted me out with a discount code for you guys. You can come and join me there. That would be the best place. Yes, it's cost a little bit of money, but you get accommodation and unlimited fruit, good, clean, as much as you want portions. And last year was great, and he promised me the fruit this year is going to be even better. I might just be on melons. We'll see. There's going to be Ted Carr, Fully Raw Christina, Doug Graham. There's going to be some cool cats there. But I'll be at that event, and I can talk. I'm going to do a Q&A, but in person I'll be there, so we can talk about my experience. If you want to talk to me, ask me any questions. So that'll be really the number one place to connect with me. If you can make that and you want to get into fruitarianism, you are fruitarian, or you want to go raw and you want a chance to do it, link below, fruitfest.co.uk. Beyond that, there's a London event coming up. Ethics will be at a vegan event in Shoreditch, August the 4th to the 6th. We got a pop-up shop, so you could come by the pop-up shop as well, which I should be about at. Going forward, let me know if there's I don't know what content. There's certain content I want to make. I'll keep making daily, I think. I had an iridology exam, which I'll explain in another video, but they might text your iris and they give you feedback last year in May. And so my sister took a picture of my iris the other day, and it's definitely changed massively. So at the end of 40 days, I'll get a photo and I'll send that off to an iridologist, and I'll get an analysis and a comparison for you guys. This is the science. And I've also actually bought some Dr. Morse herbs, which I don't know how soon after my fast I'll go into them. But I know that there is still more healing to be done. I got acupuncture yesterday, and because there's every part in your body, like reflexology is linked to your foot. It's also in your eye, in your ear, and your iris. But it's also in your ear. And as she pinched on certain points of my ear, some of it would be really tender and some would be fine. And there's certain areas like my bowels and my pituitary gland, which are really tender, which shows that those glands have toxemia. And so using that as a guide, what I got from the natural, from knowing this stuff, and then the iridology exams, I've been able to target certain herbs. Well, actually, I just got the Fab 4 kit, to be honest. That's the starting point. But I'm going to use that from Dr. Morse, and we'll test that out, And I'll do fruit for a bit, and I'll do the eye tests, and then maybe I'll do the Dr. Morse herbs and do eye tests again. And so I really want to make this about science, because there's not that many reviews on Dr. Morse's herbs, like post stuff, which are seem to be that accurate or interesting. And a lot of us watch Dr. Morse, but he doesn't really show any results. That's one of the things which is a shame. If he showed before and afters, he doesn't show people having major gains, and it's because there's so much more challenges people have in everyday life than just eating fruit. But as you guys are supporting me, and I'm doing these one-on-one sessions, which really help me out and seem to help you guys out as well. I'm grateful for them. Having some amazing chats with you people, I'm able to then use that to then do these things and fund these experiments, which I'll do going forward, and create the content which I find interesting, and maybe you guys too, and we can get some solutions and some answers together. We can try all this stuff. We can try the Dr. Morse herbs. We try the water, like I said, start with the water fasting and build from there. Juice fasting, just fruitarian, maybe just one fruit with the herbs. We can try juicing. Maybe it's just nettles. Maybe all I need for life to clear my organs is just some nettles from the street, and there's a reason they grow right under our noses, because they want to heal us every day, and we just ignore them as weeds. And so I'll get a juicer. My mate's got a plot of land. We got Mick Murray and Jamie both got land with they're growing their own herbs. Maybe buying tinctures of herbs. Maybe you can't get the benefits from a tincture of herbs compressed like that. Maybe you have to have it fresh out the ground. So I'll get a juicer, juice some nettles every day, and see if that helps the metals clear out. Maybe that's the opposition. Nature's got its balance. There's chemtrails and there's nettles, and that's the nature's balance. So maybe that's what I need to try. But I'm willing to give it a go. And again, as I said, thanks to you guys' support, feel like I've got more of a freedom to do that. So this is about science. This is absolutely about science, and it's about faith, and it's about faith in nature and nature's laws. And it's about navigating, because we're all very close with this stuff. We're very close with the Robert Morse, John Rose, Lauren Lockman, Robert Cassar, David Wolfe. All these guys, we're circling something, and it takes the next generation, and that's me and that's you, or the next generation that are able to put it together, that are the alchemists of this society, that can navigate those waters, and we have to step it up. We have to be scientists now. We can't just dabble in it and watch YouTube videos and go, oh, it's a solution because this guy on YouTube said it was a solution. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research. But as long as I show my working to you guys, hopefully then it will help you, because you feel that I'm honest, that I'm not trying to make no profit from this, but health and get by. Abundance can come to us all, but it starts with the health. That's our generation's task, and so we've got to be that next generation, like in any generation, that combines what the elders did and sees where the gaps are in the elders' thinking. With the urine therapy and stuff like that, people have been quite dismissive of that. Morse is dismissive, Doug Graham's dismissive. I've not heard Cassar talk about it, but I think Lauren Lockman, they're all dismissive. And okay, cool, it did something for me, for sure. And now, if I clean my body out more, we'll see what we can do further with it. I'd like to do urine fast, for sure, and compare it to the water fast. See if I have more energy. See if I can do a long hike on it. These are the things I want to be doing. And we'll get to that. But first, 10 more days. Just 10 more days, Tim. Or till hunger returns. And we can do it. Right. I hope this video hasn't been too long, and it's not as beautiful setting as I like. Just in my room with my utensils, my gadgets for my body, and my laptop and my water. But yeah, links to everything down below. You know what it is. And Godspeed.